Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The run to the left. And the first play is stuffed, and the visitors know they're not exactly being welcomed in this place. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go to the ground. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
Did a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires downfield. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's
The expressway is wide open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. They'll give it to him again. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They're going to test the right side with this one. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. LSU quick to the line. Off play action. Moving out of the pocket. It's complete to the left. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
And listen, that's why I love why they're not abandoning the run game. I know they're trailing right now, but it doesn't mean you got to quit on it. And they've had success running it on this drive. And I think because of that, you go play action on 3rd down, you freeze the linebackers, you're able to get that completion to keep this drive going and give yourself an opportunity to get back in this one.
The run from the shotgun. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, LSU.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. A 1st down for the offense.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Clemson 7, LSU 0.
Gonna run it. It's Durham. Running with power. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
LSU now operating in the red zone. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, and these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the score. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First down for this offense. To the air, it's Klubnik. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set, first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line.
Second down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide out in motion. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
It's been the buzz of college football all week, fellas, and it's finally here. An update on that top 5 battle. Michigan is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ann Arbor for a long time. They're up by 17 over Missouri. We'll keep you up to speed if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Going up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. The Tigers get enough to move the chains.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility.
And he pulls it in at the 15. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Tigers.
That quarterbacks have to do a great job in the pocket, letting routes develop, taking their time. He does, throws the ball down the field, receiver catches it, and then does the rest, takes it in to the end zone for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get hot. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
They'll try the right side. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Clemson! What a grab and go for the score.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The give to the tailback. At the 15, he's loose. Running toward the tape. He now has 62 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
From any spot on the field, they're a threat to get a chunk play, and they just did it. 1st and 10 from the 40. Hand off to the lone back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The back goes in motion. Dropping back, it's Collins. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, it's a great individual effort by the running back on that last play. It's third and forever. He tried to get his team the first down. Not enough. Let's see what they do on fourth.
So the offense will go for it around midfield. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's looking on the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. You want to talk about converting a fourth down in style with a whole lot extra, David.
How about it? Clutch mode. Fourth down time, you only need a little, but he pushes the ball way down the field. He believes in his guy, makes the play, gets the big first down.
Looking to move it through the air. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. Look, I think you got to go somewhere else with that football. I mean, he just threw it right in to a bracketed receiver.
Yeah, I mean, double coverage. That's not the play you...
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Going for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They'll give it to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Brown. Strong, firm tackle.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And to stop the jet sweep, you've got to be great at containing. You have to have players in the perimeter of your defense funnel the football and force it to go back inside. That time, that defense was not allowing that receiver to get outside.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Got it looking for a first. Makes a man miss. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable.
LSU.
They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Direct snap. And the Tigers see them move the chains again.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Makes the catch. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They'll immediately call timeout. Okay, 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
LSU offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Final play of the quarter coming. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Snap in the shotgun. Steps away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. They're working that left side. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To the air, it's Collins. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down. Extending the play. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Clemson. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Coming out with it, it's Anderson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
The play action fake. Looking for space to the left. He makes a catch. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He's going to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. On first down, here comes this offense. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Fakes his man out. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to get the edge on the right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quarterback adapted. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Now the pitch. Discards a man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, big update in this colossal top 5 showdown today. Michigan is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up by 16 over Missouri. We'll circle back if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up there.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, It's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
To the air, it's Collins. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Spears. At the 45 on his way. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He'll heave it deep. Got it inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. On the move. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. To the air, it's Collins. Touchdown, Tigers! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. The snap sets up to throw. Now improvising. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by just 15. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.